Are males really experiencing a loneliness epidemic, or are they just experiencing the consequences of their actions? Those actions being a refusal to evolve with women in current times, as well as a refusal to let go of the archaic expectations of patriarchy. Okay, no, but can we talk about this one, y'all? Because I keep coming across podcast clips of this white bald man, Scott Galloway, talking about just how devastating the loneliness epidemic is for men and how sad it is that they have to swipe on dating apps hundreds of times to only get 4 to 5 coffee dates, of which 3 or 4 are going to stand them up, and it's just so sad. He's talking about how 80% of women only want 20% of men, and he's leaving the rest of the men unseen and unheard and unnoticed. And what I want to know is, at what point are those 80% of males gonna stop throwing BFs and put in work to increase that 20% percentage? The days of your grandpappy and great-grandpappy are long gone, okay? You are not owed a woman, even in your mediocrity. Because the reality is, a lot of those males in that 80% have no personality. Y'all are not kind people. You have not cried since you were 5, and you refuse to go to therapy. And on top of all of that, your male ego is so fragile that you could not handle a woman who is self-actualized or even out-earns you. So where do we go from here? And what kills me about the whole thing is that despite women's advancing, you all still have male privilege. You all still earn more on the dollar than women do. So you have ample opportunity to evolve right along with us. But see, that's the issue. A lot of y'all don't want to do the work to evolve. Y'all still believe in the archaic expectation that you being employed entitles you to the woman of your dreams, or at least a woman in general. And the reality is, babes, it is year 2025, not 1955, okay? So if you don't want to put in the work to evolve and join that 20% that women are all going for, there are consequences for those actions, or lack of actions, should I say. If you don't want to do the work to be comfortable with the possibility and the likely potential of your woman out-earning you, there are consequences for those actions, toots. If you don't want to do the work to become more emotionally evolved and actually have emotional depth and go to therapy and work on that, there are consequences for those actions, or lack thereof. You all's entitlement to women's bodies is blinding y'all from the reality of how much control you have in said situation. It's as if y'all are trying to drown in a kiddie pool. Stand up. Stand up, right? Because long gone are the days of women who are just going to settle for the BS. We're not doing it anymore. So either step your tallywhanks up, or shut up. The lesson here is that there are not only consequences for your actions, but there are also consequences that y'all may experience from the actions of those who came before you. Yeah. The consequence of women experiencing decades of having to marry men to experience any kind of autonomy and independence is us now gaining said autonomy and independence and having a choice and choosing no. That's the consequence for said actions, okay? And while, yes, this current set of males are not the ones who created said system, y'all are still wanting to benefit from it, aka you are still facilitating and upholding it. So you're gonna get the consequences, babes. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. So in conclusion, until you all surrender, yeah, I use the word surrender, acquiesce, and get with the program. In the words of Justin Timberlake, y'all can cry me a river. And in the words of Miss Marsha Ambrosia, cry me a river. Thank you.
The most dangerous person in the world, we're producing millions of them, and that is a lonely, young, broke male. The number of high school teenagers that sees their friends every day has been cut in half, that we're slowly but surely sequestering from each other. And when we do that, we become less mammalia. If you have dogs are happiest when they're lying on top of you. The worst thing you can do to a dog is leave it alone all day. And what we're doing to young people is we're kind of they are leaving others and themselves alone all day. We're separating from each other. We're becoming less social. And there's a group of men who aren't received well at school, don't find a source of pride. Auto shop, metal shop, wood shop's gone away. They go online to date. The majority of them get rejected. If you're average attractiveness in online dating, you have to swipe right 200 times to get a single coffee. If you set up 5 coffees, you'll get 1 will actually show up. 4 of the 5 will ghost you and decide later on they don't actually want to meet up. So a young man of average attractiveness in online dating has to swipe right 1,000 times. So he gets validation for 1 coffee. He gets validation that he has no worth to the other sex. He loses confidence. He starts engaging with people because he has less opportunities for random encounters where he has to develop those skills. And slowly but surely he sequesters from society. And at some point, he just is not really savable. He just never develops those skills around friendship or romantic relationships. In the United States, 1 in 7 men doesn't have a single friend. 1 in 4 can't name a best friend. In addition, marriage has become now a luxury item. If you're in the upper quartile of income-earning households, there's a 3 in 4 chance you're going to get married. If you're in the lower quartile, there's a 3 in 4 chance you will never get married.